And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Transport Fever. Well, looking at this thing here, I'm like, why is this thing hurting? Why is this thing hurting for materials? And I come down here, holy lord, we've got some stone to move. So, this train here, I think I'm going to triple this line, and we will see if I need to then add the secondary. Where's my train? There it is. And this is gondola in stone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, this is south stone. So you just can work yourself out there. So having another train on this will reduce our line frequency down to 57. So it was like 78 seconds. So now we're at 57 seconds for this little endeavor, and this train will fill up, then this train will come and fill up, and that will pretty much empty the station. Now if it fills up beyond this, I think I'm pretty much at the limit of this line. I mean, 3 trains on this line is plenty, so that's why I have so many tracks, so I can add more trains to a separate set of tracks and get, double my throughput if I wanted to. So this one will come in. Look how fast it's filling up. Yeah, I'm going to need to double this up anyway. We are going to need to bring this out and then double it out. Oh, no. Why did you do that to me? Nope. Double it out like this. Oh, forgot that stopped. Okay, let's connect these 2 sides together. Right down in here. And then connect these 2. Okay, now it's just a matter of signals and trains themselves, because this line is growing fast. So 3 trains on this line is pretty saturated. You're looking at 1 train leaves, another is coming in. 1 train leaves, another's coming in. That's kind of how you want that to work. And this thing is loading so fast that, yeah, we are in need of another set. So let's bring this out. And we have a plane flying overhead. Thank you very much, airport, for that. Yeah, I am pretty far away from the airport, but I'm right in the flight path. If you look at the runways. And I don't know if anybody's noticed or not, but the last couple months of videos, there haven't been any train horns. I don't know, nobody has commented on it, but I'd like to mention right now that, yeah, there have been no train horns. Not because there's no trains coming by. We still get just as many trains coming by as we've always had. But they updated the... I want to say the crossings, and they've updated them to be quiet crossings. Now I don't know what all technologically they did, but yeah, they updated it to quiet crossings, so the trains no longer sound their horn when they pass through town in this section of town anyway. I'm sure downtown takes the precedent. But now this thing is going to upgrade yet again. So we're already at the 6,400 upgrade mark for our stone. Now, are we delivering that much stone? Do we need that much stone? We're not quite over the 3,200 mark. But as soon as we start delivering this much stone, things will update. Things will improve because we're delivering it so fast now that the production house should be constantly supplied. It should never run out of stone, and that's what drops that production. So it's out of stone, and now it's going to start making it again. So The longer it's out of stone, the further down its production will fall, and you want to mitigate that as much as possible. So yeah, there's a whole nother train load of stone. So there's a ton of stone. There's the upgrade. There's the upgrade warning there. And see, our potential is going down. And it's going down because we are supplying with plenty of material. So it looks like our hub, I think this is the hub, looks like our hub could use a second train. Mainly because it's leaving the station and there's still 20 left. So it looks like our hub is doing pretty good, 540. But our outside cities, both east and west, are actually bigger. So I want to encourage the hub a little bit more. I want to encourage the growth a little bit more in the hub. So we're gonna try a bus line in the hub, trying to maybe get some of these outside buildings to upgrade, encourage this process a little bit. So let's see. We're gonna come in right in here. Where do we want it? Let's look at our station catchment. So the catchment is in there and there. So this is a tough choice. I'm hoping to encourage it to go on the outside, and I may need to do some wizardry with the lines so they don't try to cut through town when they do their routes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a couple of these where I want them, and then place a couple as a sort of, hey, you know, let's encourage growth out in this direction, so to speak. So we got lots of coverage in there. I'm going to put one right there, and then come out here, one out there, and then try to connect. Maybe, I mean, this is a rinky-dink thin road going through there. Pretty much all the roads in this area are bad, but we're gonna try our best to get one in there. Now to encourage the route, yeah, we could put one in the middle of the bridge, but you know, what would be the point of that? Ooh, our NSB L18 is up and going. Ooh, that will help us out a bunch. So I want to add another set right here on either side of this bridge. I want to encourage them to use, because they're going to drive through here, and I'm going to encourage it to go up this way and then come down this way. And then we're gonna hit this, so we're gonna come down right here and come over right here. And then I have to do one on the top here, so it'll hit there, and then we'll bring it up. Bring it up right here. Go over the top, come down. So there's gonna be a lot of stops on this. So we're going to need quite a few buses, but I think this should route traffic around where I want it. Now, the tough part here is how do we then combine the inner city with the outer ring? And that will be a separate set of lines here that are just going to be basically outside of each of the terminals. So it's going to route around, hopefully come down here, and then route around to here. So with this route, I think what we're going to do, let's do the inner route first, the inner route clockwise line first. So we want it to go here, 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 and then here. And then to connect the lines, we want another station, another connection to connect them to. So we're going to connect it to here because we want this to go around, and then we want potentially people being picked up over here. So this is going to be hub pass clockwise, and then the counterclockwise line for the hub. Well, I mean, it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same sort of link. So it's just going to go around like that. So both counterclockwise and clockwise will connect to this station, and this is going to be hub pass counterclockwise. Now for the rings, the inner and outer rings, that's a little tougher because we got to make sure that when we cross this area here, these don't get rearranged to be wonky. I'm not a big fan of wonky. So let's do blue and purple. So let's do purple as our clockwise. This is going to be interesting. Can't miss any of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That should be good. And see what it did over here? See how it messed me up? I really hate that. I really, 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 really hate that. So to mitigate that, what we're going to do is we're going to pause it. And we're going to name this one first. And this one's going to be hub O-ring clockwise. O-ring is outer ring. Not anything vulgar. So I want to bulldoze these and then add a normal bus stop. And maybe even a bigger one. So let's try to fit this in as best we can. Try to get only 3 buildings removed. So there it is. So that way, all of these lines don't really mess up their cycles. They'll just go in and come back out. So now we need the counterclockwise, and I decided on blue for that one. So the counterclockwise, let's start up here just for no particular reason. So this one's going to go down this way. And down to here, all the way through. And back to there. So there we go. Now we are covering quite a bit of the route. And I think we are good on all of that. Let's see, is there any other... So we have... the DMA, are these that would be awesome, but look how big that station is. Woo, that's a big station. That is a massive station right there. Would be sweet though, wouldn't it? Would be super sweet. Yeah, that's going to be tough. That's going to be really tough. So to be merciless, you got to be merciless. So let's be merciless. We're going to bulldoze that. We're going to bulldoze that. And we're going to upgrade this road. Bulldoze all of those guys. Then set this thing. Let's set it, offset it. Maybe save a few city or a few roads there, or a few buildings. So the thing with the stations is you can bulldoze the station and it'll linger a little bit. So when you rebuild something, it will rebuild it efficiently. So that's good. It'll just name the new station the same as the old, and everything will match up just right. So why are you picking just the worst possible route Why are you sharing lines? You shouldn't be sharing lines. There are 4 lanes through here and 4 different setups. So I'm going to delete this and we're going to add. Yeah, it still does not like me at all. Maybe it'll sort itself out. Maybe. So this is going to be hub O-ring counterclockwise. Now for the buses. Oh Lord. Road depot. Yes, I could have used trams, but I'm not going to, mainly because of the capacity of the trams. I did mod a tram to hold a lot more people, so I want to test that out in one of my outlier cities, out somewhere out here, or one of these. This one especially could benefit from a bus system, moving people around the city, kind of around the main terminal here. So we've got a lot of people, a lot of stations. We don't need as many buses in the middle. So let's fill those out first. And so the yellow bus, let's see. We're going to try 13, 25, 15. We're going to try the new flyer. We should get new buses unlocked soon, but I want these to be a little older, maybe the lines more established before I upgrade the buses to be too extreme. So these center ones have what, five stops that are fairly close together. So I'm just gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just gonna do 5 for the clockwise and the counterclockwise middle. And then for the outside, oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And even 12. Why not? These are the O-ring counterclockwise. And then we want blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And these are going to be the counterclockwise. That is a lot of buses in the city now. And it's going to kind of hinder some of my progress, but should be pretty good. And once those lines are set, we should have quite a few people being moved around. Now, I also could set up a star line. And by a star line, I mean kind of like go from here, out to here, back to here, out to here, back to here. Sort of a star pattern all the way around. That is something I could do. We will see if it's really needed. But I want the city to react. See, the city is already reacting pretty strongly to these new lines. A lot of construction going on now that we are connecting the different parts of the city together. And maybe that will also draw more people in from outside because they're able to move around our city a little bit better. So they don't have to be stuck around one specific area. And I'm hoping these outlier stations will encourage growth out in that direction. Excuse me. Had a hitch in my voice. Okay. So yeah, this area, I mean, they're not a whole lot of people around right now, but I'm hoping with both the counter and the clockwise and the counterclockwise, it'll be able to shuffle people a little bit more efficiently. And that will encourage more growth out here in the boonies. Oh, and then we just got a new bus, of course. Volvo 5000, 18 passengers. Just great. But these lines are pretty new. So not a whole lot of people using them yet. Not a whole lot of profitability. And the center of the city is pretty packed in there. So I want to be careful. I'm hoping this new bus system will also lower a little bit of the in-city traffic, because that means more people will be able to move around a little bit more efficiently in the city with all of these buses now running. As you can see, I made sure that my bridges and my routes did not meet up with these main trunk lines. Did not want these main trunk lines coming between cities to interfere with my bus lines. Especially like something like this would really, really cripple the system. So now the hub city should start reacting pretty strongly to that new system, because now it's going to be able to grow and develop more buildings that aren't just around the train terminals. Well, that'll be good. Look at that, a full train of construction material, which means, yeah, we're at 86%. Anything over about 80%, and you really pushing your luck, because adding another train would probably saturate the system. But now that we have the NSB L to use, we'll be able to move materials much faster. I thought that unlocked in 96. I wasn't 100% sure though. That's an interesting loop. I wonder why that city did that. It's like a perfect square that the city made, and didn't even develop anything around it. Oh wow, that's a shame. That would be a perfect road to match it, to go out and meet this. All right, city, you're gonna make me do it. It's expensive, but I've got to do it. Sorry. Yeah, this Far East would be a great place to send food. Look at all the commercial that this thing has in its catchment. That's beautiful amount of food. Same with Eastich. Look at the commercial that is developed around this thing. Oh, so much food. Unfortunately, the hub has a lot of scattered commercial. There's not a huge commercial district, but still, I could send some food here. There's quite a bit of food. But I really want to handle these things here. And these trains are getting a little old, so I could replace them, but then I would have to wait. Let's see, the Flirt unlocks when? Oh, I can't remember. 2011? Oh yeah, I probably could upgrade these trains now. But that'll have to wait till next episode. So, I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.